Guys, the only reason this music platform is free is because I spent like $1 jillion on it, enough to where they gave me this t-shirt.
If you're like me, you're probably dissatisfied with the way that music is gatekept by the industry. Licensing songs to use is a nightmare, artists make no money from streaming services that we pay loads for, and we barely get any fan interaction with the artists themselves. This coupled with an industry market of only $50 billion when the gaming industry has $200 billion with half the base, makes it ripe for disruption. There are a lot of obstacles to navigate to bring this vision to life, namely licensing and distribution. But if the juice is worth the squeeze here, there's a potential to make the experience better for everyone and make a lot of money at the same time. Now, what if I told you this experience is not only real, but already here? I believe Gala Music, a brand new free platform with a unique business model, is the disruption that the industry desperately needs. We'll be covering what makes the platform stand out, as well as why I'm confident you'll get a better experience out of it. I've been following Gala Music since its announcement in 2021. I was overwhelmingly positive on the idea of a new streaming service to revolutionize how we interact with artists. In fact, I even helped fund a portion of their development by buying 2 music nodes and Snoop Dogg's Stash Box promo. But we'll get into those details later. Now they've finally brought us the long-awaited platform after several delays, but I'm confident to say that they've delivered on everything that was promised to me back when I invested originally. See, Gala Music is free to use for anyone. All you have to do is create a new account, link in the description below, to start streaming music to your device. Their catalog of music is relatively small and curated, but continually expands by several new tracks every week. That's because there are weekly drops that help support the operation of the platform while getting new songs lots of exposure. Each new track has 100 copies available for sale to anyone on the platform, priced typically around $100 each, and increasing for bigger artists like Snoop Dogg. Now I know what you're thinking, why the heck would anyone want to own one of these tracks, especially for that crazy amount of money? Well, each of these tracks are individual NFTs that are sent to your Gala wallet after purchase. You get the ability to transfer it anywhere you want and even sell your track on a third-party marketplace to other people interested in the song. But most importantly, these tracks can be staked on the platform to give you beams, a new point system that's used for all kinds of unique opportunities. For example, you can use beams to get early access to drops for your favorite artists, exclusive events, and soon even things like merchandise and concert tickets. You'll earn beams based on how many listens each track gets on the platform, meaning artists that are popular reap the rewards for their fans. This gamification of the platform allows unprecedented levels of fan interaction with artists. Fans can directly support their favorite artists by purchasing their new drops and get access to tons of exclusive experiences in exchange. Additionally, artists get a much better deal, with just one drop on Gala Music equaling the revenue gained from 1 million streams on Spotify. Couple that with these drops funding the platform and making it free to use for everyone else, and you have an incredibly potent experience that makes everyone using it better off. Well, what about the platform itself? It has a very sleek, minimalistic design that I personally enjoy. There are tons of ways to discover new music you might be interested in, as well as see what drops are coming up. It has all the controls that you've come to expect from other platforms, including a queue for upcoming songs and the ability to like tracks. It even has a dark mode. Additionally, they have a section for charts where you can see what's currently trending and how many beams are being paid out per track. This helps add to the gamification and excitement around your favorite artists. I kind of left out an important aspect of the platform until now because it's fairly complicated and not for most users. Essentially, the platform itself is supported by fans like me, not just monetarily, but through decentralization. There are music nodes that all of the tracks are paired with in order to actually stream out the music across the globe. Operators of these nodes get a cut of the beams generated for their effort, and then this content can be streamed to anyone who wants to listen. This creates a robust, fan-supported ecosystem that allows people like myself to help tackle that distribution problem that I mentioned earlier. Because of this system, as well as the track rewards allowing fans to get more from their music experience, I get to act as sort of a music label. I can choose the artists I want to support, purchase their tracks, and host them on my nodes. I get rewarded when an artist does well through more beams hitting my account for taking a chance on them. The artist gets a better deal of guaranteed cash up front on a drop, as well as to build up a more dedicated fan base. This is especially true for emerging artists, which are even easier to discover than platforms like Spotify. They get much more fan interaction and reward for their efforts with Gala Music, and the fans that support them get rewarded as they grow.
I think what's interesting is when you talk to even like you guys, you've just done it, right? You're creatives, you're magicians, you make magic. hell did fans lose that? When did we get so commoditized that it became on a playlist and it just flowed from the next song to the next song to the next song with no appreciation or value for the music, the musician, the experience? And I think when you actually start breaking out of the box and saying it doesn't need to be a 16-album track, it doesn't need to be 3.5 minutes long, it doesn't need to be anything, it can be whatever these guys want it to be. And for a fan, that's so much more exciting and engaging. And so I think the magic we like to try and bring is different content formats and really being able to give fans a different musical experience, a different creative experience, and letting these guys loose to do what they do. It's crazy.
Personally, I'm the type who doesn't branch out a lot in music. I listen to the same artists and albums on repeat and really judge an artist by how well their album works for me as a whole. Gala music works totally different, and I've actually discovered a few new artists that I really like. Bobby Millette is a great example for me. I love the 3 tracks that he has out currently. They all are completely unique sounding and would make an odd album when paired together, but that freedom of expression is what makes them interesting. And I love the loud sounds and crazy combinations he produces with his fun, upbeat rapping on top.
Oh, that's so groovy. Yo, catch me at the Diplomat. Close the booth.
I can't dance.
I'll put a link down below if you want to check him out. I also really enjoy October in London, an R&B artist from Indiana, and the newly added Win and Woo, a Chicago group who make dance music. They've even announced a collaboration with Jordan Sparks. Between them and Snoop Dogg, I guarantee you'll be able to find music you like on the platform, and it'll only get better as time goes on. Speaking of Snoop, I mentioned that I bought a stash box from him earlier, so let's briefly cover that. I think aspects of it could have been handled better, but I see it as a kind of proof of concept for what Gala music is now. You were able to spend a lot of money to get this mystery box that contains several tracks from Snoop's Back on Death Row album, as well as other various goodies. If you collected all the tracks from the album, you could go to a special barbecue with Snoop as a reward. This once-in-a-lifetime fan experience was a big success, and something that not many people would have been able to access before. Now events like this will become commonplace on the platform with many artists as it continues to evolve.
People don't know who we are necessarily, but you're going to see it over the next 5 years because this entire industry is changing and there is nothing they can do about it because we're not going to go around it, we're going to go through and we're going to bring everybody with us. Ownership, decentralization, creativity unleashed, and I think entertainment will change as we know it forever, in a good way for everybody.
Gala isn't just about music, however. They also have Gala Games and Gala Film under their umbrella, and they're trying to decentralize the entire entertainment industry. I cover lots of their content on my channel, but check out a video on screen now if you want to see an upcoming game that they're producing that I'm really excited for. Thanks, I'll catch you in the next one.
Get away from me. Freaking weirdo.